Hi there, Mr. Wilson here, and now we're going to have a look at what we call compound interest. So I haven't got the whole question written out here, but let's imagine it says something along the lines of this. So Susie invests £3,200 into a savings account, and the bank are prepared to give her 3.2% interest per annum, compound interest, for 4 years. How much will she have at the end of the 4 years? Now the simplest way of doing this is using a calculator, and we're going to write our amount we have, and we're going to use what we call percentage multipliers to deal with this bit. So this is all of our money at the moment. If we add on this 3.2%, that's the extra the bank are going to give me. That therefore makes 103.2%. Now percent means per 100, so it's the same as writing this, which also means dividing by 100. And if we divide that by 100, we get this. And that's what we call our percentage multiplier. So if we times it by this, what that will actually do is increase this amount by 3.2% and therefore tell me how much I would have at the bank at the end of the year. But this is for 4 years, so we can times it by 1.0324 times, but to do that really quickly, we write to the power of how many years there would be. So if you type that into a calculator, you would get this, £3,629.68. Now I must point out what a lot of people do wrong is they work out what 3.2% is, and then they times that by 4, and then they add it on. And what that is called is simple interest, not compound interest. Compound is when the amount at the end of the year is going to affect the amount next year, so it keeps increasing all of the time. Now, another way they can do it is talking about a car. Let's say you buy a car for £12,500, and that depreciates, which means it decreases in value, by 15% every year. And we want to know how much it would be at the end of a 3-year period. So I write my amount, and now I've got to think about what my percentage multiplier is. But if it's losing 15%, what that is actually saying is we are losing that, and therefore we are getting 85%, which, like I did before, means per 100, and I divide that by 100, I get this. So if I times it by 0.85, I'm actually going to decrease it by 15%. I'm technically finding 85%. And I could do that again 3 times. However, it's much easier to put it to the power of 3. And when you type that in, you would get £7,676.56. So in 3 years, it goes from this to this. Now, another thing they like to do is ask you questions like, well, there's the price of the car, let's say it's going down 15%, how long until it's worth £5,000, for example? So they don't tell you how many years. So essentially what you're having is this. You don't know how many years, but it's got to equal, when you type this in, 5,000. So all you do is you guess, you trial and error, you put some numbers in there until your answer is less than £5,000. So if they ask you to find the number of years, you just do it by trial and error. If not, this is called compound interest. It's very, very simple to learn and very easy, couple or 3 marks in the